So I know we're winding down, and I don't want to, make this a boring part of the evening, but we're having a lot of fun. We're going to have more fun after. We hope you stay after and mingle and share more appetizers and wine and dessert. But I do want to talk a little bit about ways to grow your business. That was what the title was. The book gives you a lot of really detailed information, but ultimately the book revolves around 4 basic ideas about growing a business. Sorry for the notes, but I've had a very long day. I was here, like Sherry said, since 7 this morning. So there are really 4 basic insights about growing your business. One is by increasing the number of customers you have, increasing the number of times each customer does business with you, increase the average value of each transaction, and increase your own effectiveness and efficiency. So by bringing in the team, it will make you more efficient and give you the time to work on the things you should be working on, the things you have passion for. I always talk about working on the business versus working in the business. If you get too involved in the details, there's no vision, there's no moving forward. You're just stuck and mired in the details. So, and other important business principles we talk about is what you can measure, you can manage. And if you don't know what your numbers are, then you can't grow. If you don't know where you've been, how can you decide where you're going? Build in unique core differentiators and focus on them constantly. So it's more important to be different than it is to be better. than it is to be better. So if you're an accountant, obviously you do taxes and you're honest and you're reliable, blah, blah, blah. What makes us different is really what brings people to us. And it's the tap dancing, I know. No, it's the seminars, it's the people that we have working with us, it's the way that we have passion about the things we do. That's what makes us different. Cutting the price is an option, but it's usually a better way by increasing value in what you give to your customers. Lower the barriers to people doing business with you. Systemize every aspect of your business. So Virgos, right? These are systems in place. Empower your team. Again, if you're a sole proprietor, the whole team concept might be, I'm just one person. I'm the CEO, chief everything. Yeah, that's a sure way to not grow, because you're not an expert in everything, and you can't do everything. As much as we like to think we can, we need to bring people in to help us. Create a clear and detailed action plan, marketing plan, financial plan, whatever it is. You need to have a detailed plan. I have this quote from the founder of Walmart, Sam Walton. There's only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company, from the chairman on down, simply by spending his money somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So, of course, as accountants, what we deal with mostly is numbers, developing targets, forecasts, and budgets. Sounds like, but setting the targets, do it with your team. Make sure everyone understands the targets and how they will be achieved. It also helps for the marketing people to know, where are you trying to go? What are you trying to get to? What does your team need to know from you about how you want to grow the business? There's a temptation to just ignore the numbers, because who wants to deal with that? But building budgets from the ground up is very important. Here's our objectives. How much do you think it's going to cost us to get there? Rather than, here's your budget, just, So we talk about key performance indicators, and so people think they need like a detailed kind of, okay, my office expenses are this, my rent's this. Really, there's key performance indicators in every business. And I'll tell you about our business. There are only 3 things I look at on a daily basis. One is billable hours, one is new clients, and one is collections. Those are the 3 key indicators to me on a daily basis. I can look at that report, it's called a flash report, and know how my month is going, and know how my week is going, and know where I need to concentrate my efforts. So find what those key indicators are for your business. It's not about so much, the details, but it's about the things that are important for your business. What were my sales? What is cash? Those two things might be the only thing you need to know on a daily basis. Let's see, I have to make sure I didn't miss anything. So we think of all the details, but it's interesting, those details, and you need them eventually. It's historical, mostly, and it may not be available till later. So you want to know on a daily basis. You want to track your cash balances, you want to know what your collections have been, what your total that you've spent. And at the end of the day, do I have money in the bank? Some people track the number of sales transactions, the average of each transaction, the number of new customers, like we said, average sales per team member if you have a team. We look at billing by employee. Distribute this information to everyone on the team. We have a chart on the wall with the target for the month, and we indicate every week where we are towards the target because it kind of reminds everybody where you're going. So what do you think are some of the key performance indicators in your business? Does anybody have an idea what they look at on a daily basis to know, or if you don't know what you guessed might be important to know on a daily basis?
Receivables, for sure. Number of clients, people in the funnel, or clients in the funnel.
So you might set a goal for how many people you want in a certain month, or how many, what's your collection goal for the month. Anyone else? So action plan is an important part. So select 6 to 10 ideas that suit your business and your customers and your style of doing business, because it's not going to be the same for everyone. I can't tell you do step 1, do step 2, because it's different for every business. Which is really why one of the things I enjoy about my business is sitting down with people with different types of businesses and coming up with these action plans. Who's going to do it? For each initiative you have, who's going to do it? When does it have to be done by? What are the resources needed? What's the approved budget? And you monitor the progress on a regular basis. Create mini milestones to stay on track, like the monthly. We have an annual target, we have a monthly target, then you break it down even by week. Get everyone involved. Reward people for results. Celebrate your accomplishments. And repeat the successful ideas. They're not always going to be, we're experimenting, so it's not always going to be successful. So live and learn, right? I'm going to share a story with you. Oh, the advisor team, we already talked a lot about that, but work closely with your advisors, particularly lawyers and accountants. Make sure you have a strong relationship with them. Do I like them? Do I trust them? One of the questions that we're asking our staff is, which of the clients don't you trust? Because if you don't have a trust as a foundation, then you probably shouldn't be doing business with them. Are they good listeners? Are they listening to me? So if I had talked to Roland and Robert and said, I want to attract only, individual clients, and they gave me a whole marketing plan towards businesses, I'm like, you're not listening to me. That's, it's important that they are good listeners. Are they helping me build my business? Are they accessible? Are they proactive? Am I getting value? Do they do things on time? Do they do them correctly? So if you don't feel valued by your professional team, then you're probably not working with the same people. So this was an interesting story. There's a book about business called Proper Coffee and Other Ways to Grow Your Business. It's by H.M. Williams. He has a compelling analogy between owning a business and owning an elephant. So here's an excerpt from it. You buy a baby elephant, so you're bigger than it is. You see a great future with it, and you foresee no problems. The only concern is that you don't have the skills in managing elephants. But you think this won't matter, and off you go. The elephant grows bigger than you. You're no longer strong enough to control it, and it takes over your whole life. It pulls you along, wreaking destruction in its wake. Standing behind it, it blocks your whole vision, and you can neither see nor know where you are going. You are preoccupied by being dragged along by it, and you think that there is no way to ever bring it under control. It is ruining you in your quality of life. Does that sound familiar? I mean, that's like in this stage of business when the elephant's gotten too big for you. So phase 3, you are one of the rare ones who decides to take on advice on how to become a puka elephant handler, or mahout. You realize that in order to control your elephant, it is no use walking behind it, ineffectually holding onto the reins as it pulls you along. You accept that you have to take a wholly different approach, and that you have to learn how to manage your elephant to get the most out of it. To do this, you have to know how to sit on top of your elephant, where you can not only see where you are going, but also with just a gentle touch with your feet on its ears, steer the elephant in the direction you want it to go. In a short time, you are now running the elephant instead of it running you. As a result of accepting that, you needed help. And as a result of taking professional advice, it is soon fulfilling your original dreams. Phase 4 is when you have learned to control your elephant, and it won't take long. You can hire and train your own mahout, I think it's called, to manage the elephant for you, while you ride in the canopy behind, sitting back and enjoying the view. And that's what this, I'm like, oh, it's already there. And that is success. This is at 5 this morning, I texted Kelly. So do you think you can find a picture of a guy riding on an elephant? And look, she made it happen. She drew it. So that's what success looks like. You now hired someone to ride you around on your elephant. So, again, I really appreciate all of you being here. Does anyone have any questions? The book really does have 57 ways to grow your business and very specific instructions. And I hope that you take away from this evening some ideas and some thoughts about what you're going to do next and an action plan. Yes?
You said that book by
Oh, it is called Proper Coffee and Other Ways to Grow Your Business. And it's by H.M. Williams. H.M. Williams.
You got the author right off the
Yeah.
You mentioned it was going to be on YouTube,
So through our website, Kelly?
on your website.
How to get to the YouTube video. I never watched it because I don't like to see
No, I will add a link in the follow-up.
But you will get an email from us saying, thank you for coming, and it will have a link. But it's also, if you search YouTube for Roschke and Wall, you'll find our videos. They have like 27 hits. So,
Let's make that happen now.
54 hits.
You're trending.
We're trending on nothing. So please fill out your,
I wrote on that.
Oh, yeah.
fill out your little sheet and come get a book when you're ready to go, and stay as long as you'd like and enjoy the wine and orders. And thank you for being at 6 of our. Some of you I've seen at many, so I appreciate looking out there and seeing friendly faces and helping us kind of. Thank you.